my name's John Cordy and I'm really excited to bring to you the new sponsor for this channel. It's Colon's Dysentery Dictionary, and this is your guide to making your way through and understanding loose stool. I've got a kind of soft cover, it's obviously a soft cover in it, soft cover copy here, and yeah, I just wanted to give you like a little reading from it. So this is under the definition of dilemma, and it says, if during either regular or emergency use of the lavatory, the individual experiences a sudden onset of nausea and imminent expectation of vomiting, do they undock from the throne and risk foul emissions, or remain steadfast and direct the oral detritus frontwards? This is the diarrhea dilemma. See also calamity, decision making, and lose-lose. So really helpful there, and I think that could be the ideal guide for those of you who are thinking that in the future you might have a problem with loose stool. And I was also wanting to kind of put forward to you my new idea. I've actually got an order of these coming, but you know, like a beer bong, I'm thinking you could repurpose this for that exact situation. And so if you flip it the other way round and you put the tube backwards into the bowl and you have your kind of vomit receptacle here, then if you're in that situation where the urge comes upon you, you can safely vomit into the beer bong, and that goes, so it's useful for a couple of reasons, alright? Okay, so thank you to everyone who asked to actually see what's going on in this particular preset. It was something that I was quite enjoying playing with yesterday, and basically the idea behind this, one of my favourite ways to use a vocoder is to have it set on like a static chord. So I really like the sound of a vocoder when it's set to just play, if I can turn this off a sec, like a sus9 chord or sus2 chord, of whatever the home key is. So for instance, in A major, I really like the sound of A, E, and then an F sharp, and I think that works really nicely over any of the potential chords that are diatonic to A major. So that's kind of the principle behind what I'm thinking here. So I was thinking of kind of the Tim Henson multi-voicer, the aspect of that which has that vocoder, and ways that we could do something interesting with it.
If you'd stay, I promise the earth, here in my palms, no material worth. Just say you won't leave, say you forgive. It's broken promise, and you can't stay.
I tried doing a dual kind of pitch shifting thing. The only issue I have with using those kind of shifting things and harmonizers is that occasionally you get ugly notes which creep through no matter what you're using. So if it's pentatonic and stuff and you use like the 4th degree of the scale, short answer is that sometimes you end up getting kind of clashes and ugly harmonizations which don't sound good to me. So the idea was that I wanted to play, and for this effect to kind of creep out sometimes, sort of like a pad. And initially I tried with a dynamic split. So what are we actually doing here? At the top line, I've just got basically a normal kind of path with a matchless channel 1 and a reverb. And then I've got this parallel path down below, which is the 3-note generator going into a hard gate. So this is kind of the key to this preset. So my 3-note generator, as I said, I'm picking some notes that work quite well no matter what chord is underneath. So we're in the key of A major with this particular preset, or E major. But as you can see, I've got the B, the A, and an E. And then on snapshot 2, those notes change around. I've got a B, a C sharp, and an F sharp. Again, notes which kind of work quite nicely over most of the chords of A major. And then same, got G sharp for this snapshot 3 in A, and an E. So they're notes that don't really scream any particular. So when I play, obviously you can control the level of this. I've got this level here which is chucking down things, the searchlights, so then it becomes much more of a pad. But I really like the way that sounds. Now obviously you'd have to set it up yourself to work in other keys. But what else is going on? So if we look at this gate, the way that I've got it set up, so you want the gate to be shut when it's just this 3-note generator playing, but you want basically your dry guitar signal that's coming through there to open up the gate. So for me with this guitar, that has been setting things here, minus 23.6, the close at minus 9.4, the hold time of 189 and the decay of 159. Now you could experiment with that as well, you could get things slightly less glitchy, I imagine. I just really like that effect. So then we're going into the retro reel with the wow flutter up and the high cut down at 2 point, I haven't got my glasses on, and tape speed low. And then also I've got a glitch delay here with these settings if you wanted to experiment. So interval at +7 and +12, smoothing all the way up, pitch at 40, reverse fairly high, which gets triggered here, and also a reverse delay, and so that adds an even more. So I think there's plenty of use for me for this, for like ambient tones and creating like soundscapes. It's not something I've been able to achieve before, and thanks to someone who was eager to help for this idea of chucking the noise gate just straight after the 3-note generator. I was trying some other things which wasn't really working, but this works really nicely as a glitch type effect. Not something that I've really heard any pedal doing before. This seems to me to be a fairly unique kind of sound, and maybe it's something that you would never use, but for me personally I find that quite... So yeah, feel free to like and subscribe if this was at all interesting. That's what's going on, a 3-note generator. So pick notes which aren't going to clash with everything else that's going on. So I like to use the tonic 5th and 9th, or the 6th, or the 7th. All of those work quite nicely with every other kind of available chord pick those for each key. So, you know, if you're in G, for instance, you might want to use G, D, and F sharp, or G, D, and A. But obviously this particular preset is only really going to work if you're playing in A major or E major. But yeah, this will be in my folder if you want to try it out, and I'll go and try and put together an intro now. Catch you in another video soon. Cheers.